Honorable admiration, all my good brothers and sisters of the feather. Thank you for taking your time to tune in on this very, very important message here in the American Skin Month. That's right, American Skin Month. If y'all haven't, go check out that movie. Very, very inspiring movie to let us know how we need to stand up whenever one of our real, when our original American ND are gunned down unjustly or justly. It don't matter. At this point, it really don't matter because all the things these political officials are doing, these politicians and with their donors and the contributors and the people and the stuff that they're doing, but they're not arresting them, but then will harass us in a disposition. Many don't get it. They don't understand because those that don't understand and don't get it, ancestors were not here 200 years ago, although they do try and portray that their ancestors were here 200 years ago. We can't trust anyone telling us that you need to go to any building that's connected to the government and show and proof and get a stamp on a piece of paper to prove that you are a sovereign anything. Sovereignty is what you get at birth. Your birthright is sovereignty. You cannot go to someone and get sovereignty from anybody. You cannot. Once you are born on this great American nation, then you are a sovereign being. But we can just remove the word sovereign and being itself and just look into the facts of this. If this unjust system of subjugating the first Americans, those with the American skin. Now, we could talk about my complexion and all that stuff later. We could go all into the details of the keratin. But I am attached to this land. And I've showed and proved my attachment to this land over and over and over and over again. Many of these agents will point you to a court building or some type of United States building to go and get a sovereignty stamp upon your name. I have brothers and sisters who I have no issues with. I support them brothers. They promote this too to go get a status correction. The only thing that you need to do is go get an LLC, start your own business. That's the only thing you need to do. Then after that, focus on, besides frequency equals sound equals color and understanding how everything operates. The second in Chikini Shasha Institute of Technology is maintenance, repair, overhaul, maintenance, repair, operations. That means we need to know how everything we use works. If it breaks, how to fix it. Maintenance, repair, overhaul, maintenance, repair, operations. Maybe I need to put that on mute. Maintenance, repair, overhaul, maintenance, repair, operations. Before we can get to mine, manufacture, and mass produce everything we want, need, and use, every man should know how to use their hands at the full capacity that every single man can use his hands. That means every man needs to know how to operate every weapon to protect his relatives. Every man should know how to use his hands to build every single thing there is known to man, or at least build the machine to build every single thing that is known to man. Anybody talking about anything else has no future plans. They have nothing for you but rhetoric about what some rapper said to some other rapper. They have no rhetoric other than a distraction from a basketball player or a rap star. They have nothing for you. They are here to mislead you and take you down the wrong path. Some of y'all have gone far, y'all have gone too far down the wrong path, and turning around is just too much for you. To turn around and go back on the path and get back to the direction you should be going, you might crumble. The feat is too hard. I don't do what's easy. I do what few man can do. I do what is difficult. Anything too easy will put me to sleep. All right, honorable admiration. I see you good. Sister Bethy up in here. Hey, Sister Bethy, how's it going? Tasco, the CEO of 2AM. What's happening? What's going on? It's good to see you up in here. Yeah. Big Dog Philly OG, y'all. Tune in tomorrow on Big Dog Philly OG's channel. I'm going to dismantle tourist attractions, world fairs. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. You can get a sneak peek. You can watch what I put on Supreme Chief Holiday's channel, which I had on my viral Lotus Virus channel. YouTube took down my Lotus Virus channel. Most of my videos had a minimum of 10,000 views, but agents want to act like that didn't happen. The same agents that, did what they did during the times of Tribe Up, tried to put Tribe Up in a disposition at odds with all kind of people, which had nothing to do with what Tribe Up was all about. Story for another day. Peace. ZTS Media, man, you got some zebras up in there. Oh man, so y'all tune in on Big Dog Philly OG. You will get a whole breakdown of the video I did a couple of days ago about pyramids, showing the difference between these pyramid structures that our ancestors built in the past compared to these pyramid structures that were built in the 20th century. I'll give a sneak peek and a breakdown to a couple of things, and the connection to my bloodline. See, I like to use my bloodline as a good example for most of the stuff that I talk about, because the knowledge that I have has been passed down from my bloodline. And when you talk about something and it's contradicting what my ancestors said in my bloodline, I don't just say, oh, you're incorrect. No, I compare and contrast. So my ancestor, Benjamin Martin Craig, okay, the last name Craig was an agreement upon that we went with. But if you go look up the etymology of the name Craig, it goes back to what they'll say is As Karik Ash. But actually, As Karik Ash goes back to Ga Sagwa. And the breakdown pigeon form of Ga Sagwa is Oscar Re or Oscarad, and a couple other phrases. I'll break that down another day. Martine would have just been Mar. It would have been no Martine. Like these Felahines and these Haratines that will mislead you. And the first name is Yamana. Okay? Hebrew is a fictional language. Okay? Arabic is a fictional language. They created these languages in the late 19th century, early 20th century, using words from other languages. If you use a direct word from the elder tongue and put it in your language, that's a direct connection. Okay? All you did was borrow a word. There's no linguist acquisition that needs to be applied to it. There's no pseudo-linguistics attached to it. And there's no pseudo-scientific language comparison that you can drop on it. See, this is the proper way of linguistics. Now, when it comes to the places where you can point to where these names actually come from, it's a complication there. And the complication will be dealt with soon. But this is the information that goes far into the professional level of what is called linguistics. And they're making $100,000 a year. I need to be paid. I'm sorry, nothing's for free anymore. The things that I share that I don't charge people is worth more than gold. What I've already mentioned about 2MRO and 3MP. It's worth more than gold. There's really no other discussion. I'm doing this to enlighten our good brothers and sisters of the feather, but my focus will always be frequency plus sound equals color, maintenance repair overhaul, maintenance repair operations, 2MRO, mine manufacture mass produce, 3MP, geodynamics and biodynamics, GDBD4, and flora, fauna, friction, fission, and fusion. That's F5. What was that trying to? Okay. Appreciate that. See, that's another example. But Sister Bethy, what we got here is the agents are trying to tell people that nobody knows who I am. You know, you might never heard me talk about this. I was in a Boys and Girls Club commercial with Denzel Washington. I was a model after that. You know, I've been on TV. I've been on national TV. Millions of people have seen my face. I worked on a couple of things with Kel Mitchell from All That. I used to hang out with all those so-called celebrities and stuff. Not only that, my brother was a part of this group back in the day where they made music. And in fact, the album went platinum, and the person, Victor Brooks, worked for Capitol Records before he retired. He retired early from Capitol Records. Like I literally been in a mix of stuff and was approached recently. I have the screenshots of it by Warner Brothers and Universal. They wanted me to do voiceovers and be in cartoons. They wanted me to do all kind of stuff, but I'm not selling out. You know, you can't, I'm not for sale. Like a lot of these people out here putting out misinformation, you know, like they'll say people who use their full name online, like I use Matthew Douglas Craig, they'll say that people who use their full name online is an agent, but that's what a big agent, no power having person said about me months ago. You know, the sneak dissing from the agents as it goes way back. And they act like I don't know what's going on, or like I don't remember. Damn, they just shut down my other one. But okay. It's not about that. See, it's not about me. Few people even know that I was in a commercial with Denzel Washington. It's not about that. Why haven't I gone on every time? I've been in a commercial with Denzel Washington. What commercial you been in? How many people you know that could say that they've been in a commercial with Denzel Washington? Why would I do that? I murdered my ego years ago. But you will not slander me. Damn, they shut down my other phone like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it needs to be said, and this is only me. The views and opinions that you hear from me is only me. So I'm not anybody that's cool with the agents that, you know what I'm saying, I have no issue. It's not like that. You know what I'm saying? I prefer to talk about the information. Like, I'm not going to talk about people's grandparents, you know, and I'm not going to lie and say that I didn't talk about someone's grandparents. I don't get down like that. That shit, it's already sacrilegious for a person to share their ancestry and stuff. And it's already, you have to be a hater to see like, oh shit, he got ancestors documented. Like Philander Snelling Hood was murking the people who were bringing the Slavs to America. Damn, that's his relative. Philander Snelling Hood and them. Yeah, documented history. But what do I get? What do I get? Anybody that's been on this agent's channel will not have the background and history that I do. The background and history that can point you to the information proving that much of the stuff here today that we have is incorrect. So back to what I was saying. My ancestor is Yamana Mar Gasagwa. Okay, we went along with the changing of these names and all this stuff after the Federal Reserve kicked in and they took over. And we still didn't go along at first. We waited. Some of these names are originally our words. They have angelicized them or they have completely changed them. And that is the difference when you have a Creole, which is a bunch of pidgin languages. They're using a bastardized version of the name, and then they put it in a language. But they're still holding on to the fact that it came from a specific word. Gasagua became Os Creek Ash. Os Creek Ash became Craig. I am what my ancestors became. So, what are those? Is this guy holding an American flag? Huh. He got a sundress hat. That like something the ladies wear in church. He got the bow tie all the way down, and he has his legs. He has his leg crossed over at the kneecap. Does anybody know what that means? In honorable admiration to everybody who will, take the time to watch this video. I really appreciate y'all. I know for some people this might be a little difficult to take in these things that are going on, which is being exposed that there is a Murakush society. Again, they did not use the word Morocco. Okay? Anyone talking about the Morocco name is the name for America, they are using information directly from the Alliance Israelite Universal. Period. There's nothing you can say. There's no rebuttal. That's it. That's done. You are busted. You are talking about the Morocco temple built in 1911, started in 1910. I got the details to it, and I busted it out and kept the details hidden when I exposed Cujo from the Canaan land Moors. What was that, 3-4 years ago? Yeah, y'all. Again, tomorrow, 5 p.m. on Big Dog Philly OG's channel, I will break down a great deal of many things, y'all. Definitely go there, check it out. I'm here for the information. But let's get to this. I know I read this part over again, but let's get to it. I got to get back to work to making some money. So in April 1923, the popularity of Sudan, Africa, Khartoum-born Sule Iman's colored Canaanite temple. He did not say Moorish Canaanite temple. No, he did not say Moroccan Canaanite temple. He said colored Canaanite temple at the corner of Bank and Rutgers. St. Newark, Nose Divide, when Suleiman and his assistant Muhammad Ali were charged and arrested by the Supreme Court of New Jersey for carnal abuse of the follower's child. Y'all some kid diddlers. These are the pedo kid diddler files, and the people that were rocking with them continued on with the pedo kid diddler files. And y'all know one of them because he was the head of the Nation of Islam. When it comes to the start of all these groups, it's all working with the AI. Like I said before the CIA was started, it was the Moorish Science Temple of America. Look at what the CIA does. They go into all the lands and they do the things that the CIA does to all the lands. Well, what were the Moors doing? That's why the Moors will say, yeah, over there's the Moors. The Moors are in Asia. The Moors are over here. The Moors are over there. Yeah, because y'all the old school CIA. Yeah, y'all everywhere, you bucket heads. But anyway, enough of the insults with the kid diddlers. So the Moorish Science Temple and these Moors, these are the Jeffrey Epsteins of the early 20th century, y'all. And the person that put this out here, the person who put this out there is a Moor. Not a good look. One faction renamed itself as Canaanite Temple Number 1, based at 102 Morton, St. Newark, and legally incorporated itself for the purpose of religious worship and teachings of religion, Muslim, and he misspelled Islam. So, the people who we call Ashkenaz, Khazar, Kagan, Turk, see, I can bust out all the names. They can't. They're the ones that are running the court system, the legalities, and all this type of stuff. I find it very odd that the Moors are the people that try and link into all that stuff too as well. For another day, I will break down what law really means and what these things really pertain to, and who the people that were the lawgivers really were. But when it comes to their connection to the court, it's not to get sovereignty. It's not to be that we are the Moorish American, we are the Moroccan, and all this stuff. No. What is it for? Religious worship and teachings of religion. Muslim and Islam. Well, unfortunately, Muslim is just some garbage, some Mus'alim, and then Islam is just some other garbage. It's pigeon garbage, pigeon poo, because the original name is Asilama. Asilama. Boy, the truth feels so good. 82, Professor Drew. Professor of what? What did you profess? The Egyptian adept Muslim who resided a mere 3 miles away from Canaanite temple number 1. When he's talking about being an Egyptian adept, all his information is coming from some weirdo Egyptologists talking about over there in Africa, not talking about the Mississippi River, not talking about here in America. But we have these agents that'll lie and say that he was. You can't, but they have no evidence. They can't show and prove that. So we see that the beginning of this is already bad. We got some kid diddlers, the pedo kid diddler files, and then the people that were carrying on their stuff was connected to the murder of Malcolm X. For exposing what? That he carried on this pedo kid diddler file nonsense. But let's carry on. Okay, Mr. Professor Drew, at temple number 1, was not oblivious to the confusion within the leadership echelons of Suleiman's temple. Damn, man, I got that shit in the way. Amidst the leadership vacuum, Professor Drew reinvented, like I said before, went back in his mama, popped back out. Hey, what's happening? I'm a noble now. Really? Really? As a religious prophet. Okay, well, guess what? This means that the Moorish Science Temple of America is a cult. And don't try and say cult and culture is the same thing. Y'all cult. Weirdos. By deliberately suffixing a powerful surname, Ali, that connected him to 3 important sources of authority in the minds. And yeah, it's time to continue on. I know y'all been waiting for it. I know y'all been waiting for it. Hold on. Oh, come on. Yeah, y'all getting a sneak peek at what's to come. Okay, I think that was it right there. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I found where it is. Okay. Okay. So where I left off was basically he suffixed his name. So they're doing all the name changes. I don't really knock the name change. I got like 10 names myself, but at least I've earned them. They're just appointing themselves names attached to what? Why are they giving them themselves the name Ali? Huh? So that connected him to three important sources of authority in the minds of black urban masses. Y'all understand that now they're trying to say that everybody in the urban masses that are called black, I thought Moors don't use the word black. But in the black urban masses, at the time, we didn't call ourselves black. We used the word colored, Negro. Well, we used just our names. We didn't put colored and Negro. Like I said, it gets deep, y'all. Peeling the layers off. I can tell you what's at the bottom of the rabbit hole. You just go along and see what's going on here. So they're connecting him in his title to a Caliph Ali, right? 599 to 661, y'all. Are you kidding? Really? Okay, so the imagined founding father of Masonry and son-in-law of Islamic prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah Duse Muhammad Ali, 1865 to 1945. 1866 to 1945. An inspirational Pan-Africanist Garveyite, y'all. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all about these people are the agents, man? These are the first agents. These people are the problem. Pan-Africanist Garveyite intellectual who dabbled with masonry, and the incarcerated Muhammad Ali. Now, are they talking about masonry and building stuff? No, they're talking about boy fuckery and pedo kid diddler files. That part. The influential local chief organizer for Canaanite Temple as Canaanite Temple #1 had legally incorporated in Newark in 1924. Drew embarked on an evangelical crusade. Now he's an evangelical. Are you kidding me? Crusade? Templars, people of the temple rocking with the Templars. Again, the base and center of it, the AIU is the royal company. What are their aims and agenda? To create historical, to change historical conditions. They created the curriculum called history in school. They're also a part of all those names that we heard Dan Calloway talking about, the people who made the schools and fabricated all this stuff to make us debt slaves and slaves to the system. But let's carry on and see what else we got, because this is really going somewhere that's looking ugly for anybody talking about America is Morocco or Maru, or America, or we are Moors and Moors are Indians and Indians are Aborigines and all this nonsense that people fabricate but never show that they had an ancestor that used any of this stuff. And hell, they won't even show themselves or even show the ancestors that they claim to be a part of to prove a damn thing they ever said. Everything comes from outside their family tree. Okay. That evangelical crusade elsewhere under a new Moorish banner to restructure Hamid Suleiman's satellite temple in New York and Ohio, and traveled to southern cities of North Carolina and South Carolina and Norfolk, Virginia, before establishing his headquarters at Chicago, Illinois. And unfortunately, I got the date on that knocked out. 1925. It's looking bad. It's looking bad, you pedo kid diddler file following weirdo talking about sovereignty and Taj Tariq Bey super agent sovereignty nonsense. Y'all don't have the laws of nations. Y'all garbaggio. Drew's future silence on Suleimans and the Canaanite temple from 1913. What a very interesting year. That's when the Federal Reserve was created too, by the way. Till 1925 was understandably considering it was not pioneered by him. Really, narrations of Ali's days in Newark by MST8 followers involved in amalgamation of truth and reverse role playing where Ali was depicted on the original founder while Suleimans instigated its breakdown. Sister Eunice, however you pronounce it, L revealed that. That's the sister in the middle right there. Y'all looking at the head 5 agents, a part of the fall of the American ND people. Again, my ancestors are connected to the name Indian. I've heard people break it down. They don't know what they're talking about. I got that information. Tribed up around here. The prophet also founded the Canaanite temple in the year 1913 in Newark. But we already read before that he did not give the name Canaanite. He never said the name Canaanite and had nothing to do with 1913 because that was the creation of Suleiman. He had over 900 members. There you go. He had 900 agents going about in those cities he mentioned, talking about what's going on and who do they report back to? Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. And if people want me to dig deep and show more stuff on this, man, you got $1,000? Oh, shut up and find it yourself. If you're not going to pay me, you're not going to pay me for the information you don't have. You want my information for free? So you could go make a video later down the line and act like you're the person that discovered this stuff and never even utter my name, even while you're playing the video of some information about it, which, by the way, is incorrect. But bust all that out tomorrow on Big Dog Philly OG's channel. All that Tatarian stuff is fake. All that stuff, man. Those ancient structures made out of brick is not ancient. These people have been lying to you. They haven't been. Just wait for tomorrow. Just wait for tomorrow. What do we have here? Huh? 900 members, right? After a period of time, a man came to Newark from Sudan, Egypt, not Sudan, Texas. Not Egypt, Illinois, also known as Illinois. No, we're talking about the Nile Valley in Africa. Teaching languages. Uh-oh, guess what just happened right here, y'all? The linguist is a pedokiddiddler-phile, and he is the direct connection to when I say that Arabic is a pidgin Creole language. The words are pidgin forms of the original mother tongue, brought in, digested, dissolved, and pooped out, and then someone dug into the toilet and pulled out Arabic. It is what it is. They didn't flush it. They just pulled the damn poop. No glove, no nothing with their hands. Oh, nasty, dusty retards. And boom, Arabic. Oh, don't get me started on the presses. Again, for the details of all this stuff that people don't have and don't know about, y'all, this stuff is cool for free. What's important? It's important that you know that these are the people that caused the issues for the American skinned people, the first Americans. All right. In his last speech in Newark, the prophet said justice would what? Okay. Apologies, I don't remember. Hold on. Got the word right here. Would overtake him, the language teacher, for scattering his children. It did. He was soon arrested in New York. Okay, there's a sneak peek at what's to come. Gotta get back out here and get mine, y'all. There go the sneak peek, y'all. So I will go into that. In fact, you know what? You know what? I got a little bit more time. I got a little bit more time, y'all. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. He was soon arrested in New York City and jailed on charges of being an imposter. So, you know what's weird is Suleiman is a pedo kid diddler file. And we hear about Noble Drew Ali getting arrested for something, and that he was in jail and they left him in the cold and he had pneumonia or something like that. And, you know, what's really going on here? What's really going on here, y'all? All right, so he was soon arrested in New York City and jailed on charges of being an imposter. We got pedo kid diddler file, weirdo stuff going on here. Really coming from Sudan, Khartoum, over there in the Nile Valley, out there. Not from Sudan, Texas. Not from Egypt. Not from Egypt, Illinois. Over there. Oh man. 83. This was clearly a description of Suleiman, who prided himself as a master of the what language? Arabic. To newspaper reporters and was later arrested in New York City in 1927. They start out with all this stuff and a damn pseudo linguist. In 1927, for fraudulently swindling a customer's money. Damn! Y'all been scamming. Y'all 100+ years strong scamming? Okay. Yeah. We gotta keep Lotus out of the loop. Yeah. Keep a moon out your mouth. Keep Tegum out your mouth. My name ring bells. Y'all names don't do shit. Nobody care about what y'all pushing. Man. Come and get some. I'm tribed up out here. All right, so wow, man, you mean tell me it gets worse? Significantly, this meant that Ali was not the founder of the Canaanite temple, and a better estimated starting date of the proto-MSTA movement would be 1923 rather than 1913, as Suleiman's grip over the Canaanite temple eroded. Yet in Ali's radical surgery of the remnants of Suleiman's temple in the MSTA, he has ingeniously preserved several elements of the Canaanite temples. Ooh, does that say Mecca? Does that say Mecca? Yes, it does. Mecca Medina blueprint to attract Suleiman's former followers. I don't know what else to say. Honorable admiration on my good brothers, sisters of the feather. This is what I do. I'm a linguist, I'm a cryptographer, and I'm a field researcher. I don't just research. I don't just study. I investigate. I'm a cryptographer, heavy into crypto analytics. Measure your words. Put up $1,000. Somebody put out some pseudo information saying Tallahassee is Allah. If you're going to use that pseudo-scientific language comparison way of breaking down a word, then you're going to have to take everything that comes with it. Ahasi means smelly, stinky, putrid, and but this is what agents do. This is what the agents have been doing since day one, you know, and calling them out, getting busted. Person did that, pedo kid diddler file stuff. That wasn't the first time. And y'all better know who y'all. Man, y'all mess with the wrong one, man. I am the wrong one. Honorable admiration to all my good brothers and sisters of the feather. Anybody that uses Texas being in the hieroglyphs for far west, and that's called pseudoscientific language comparison. Anybody saying Tallahassee is connected to Allah, that is a linguist acquisition that a person is taking, and that falls under pseudo-linguistics. Anybody saying that Morocco was used in a treaty and putting it back to the date in the 18th century, that's pseudo preposition. That's a linguistic pseudo preposition. The word Morocco didn't exist. The word Morocco was created by some weirdos in the 20th century. Okay, it's not even the word Morocco didn't exist in the 19th century. We had words going through a change in the 20th century. Elijah ben Yehuda did the Hebrew. Miguel de Unamuno, and Elijah ben Yehuda didn't do it himself, but these are the names connected to it. Elijah ben Yehuda did the Hebrew and the bold font Hebrew. Miguel de Unamuno did the Greek. I'll save the rest on Miguel de Unamuno on that. I'll let that resonate. I'm not gonna do all that extra stuff. Like I did a breakdown of what's his name? The pseudo connection between Arabic and Algonquin. And somebody said I showed no evidence or anything. I approached that person. Are you willing to put $1,000 up right now and debate right now? And they won't do it. They won't do it. Okay? Fraudulent swindlers. They're scammers. They're pedophiles. They're pedo-kid-diddler files. They're answering to the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. Anybody talking about Afro-Asiatic languages and all that, that's tied into this too. That means you're going along with the issues. You're going along with the AIU. Anybody talking about the Asiatic black man, you're going along with the AIU, the Rockefellers, and the creation of the Oriental Institute. You're following the Oriental Institute and all the things connected to it. I have all the details to break down all of the corruption that they have done, the details to it, the fraudulent stuff, and what you've already seen is from the very start. It is a foreign doctrine, the tether doctrine, a tether ideology, full of fraud, mischief, scandal, and it has not stopped. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your evening or whatever time you hear this. Peace, honorable admiration. Take good care of yourselves. On the music tip, some have asked me. I've been working on many projects, so I do have music coming out. I'm really not pushing it or anything like that because I feel like I'm at the age where I should be making the beats for the rappers to rap to. You know what? I'll just keep it 100. The beats that I have been sharing is nowhere near the tracks and stuff that I'm putting out. Stuff that Jay-Z will buy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play any of that stuff. Y'all, if you want me to give you a song like that, I'm charging $2,500 for the beats that are of that quality. Beats where I have DJs from all over and people that have worked with powerful record companies and all that stuff working with me. So rap, y'all. Y'all hate. Y'all made a mistake. People could have kept it about the information. It would have stayed that way. So now, about to get dusted. Peace.